Cheers to Newfoundland.
Cheers.
Cheers, Kevin.
Cheers.
It's not a photograph.
It's not a photograph?
No.
It's filmed?
It's filmed.
Oh, is it really? Okay. Oh!
You really have coffee?
I shouldn't have caffeine, so...
Is that the shuttle? I have no idea.
We're sitting in the back. You're at the outhouse.
Did you say outhouse?
Well, it's flying outhouse. We're in St. John's, and we are going to have one amazing adventure in this incredible province of Newfoundland and Labrador.
Happy camper.
So is the kibble the same here as it is anywhere else in the country?
I've never seen one.
He says it's a little bit fishier. What's your name, sir?
Brendan Quinlan.
And you're from Legend Tours?
I'm with Legend Tours, and we're a tour company here in St. John's.
And so why do people, what is Signal Hill? What is this place?
It's called Signal Hill because of signal flags throughout our history. Flags would identify ships coming into the harbour, friendly or foe. However, Guglielmo Marconi received the first transatlantic wireless signal from Poldhu in Cornwall, England, December the 12th, 1901. He received repeatedly Morse code letterheads making scientific history. But it's called really Signal Hill because of signal flags.
That's great, that's great. So basically the history is just as rich as the culture and just as rich as the wild area along the island, right? I mean, everything, you got everything here.
Everything is here. Everything is here. It's a beautiful place. It's a wonderful place.
It also has the most generous people. Nobody does hospitality better, especially in the city of St. John's.
I'm Craig Flynn, and I guess I'd be a publican, is what you would call me.
So this is your place?
This is my place here.
What is it?
Yellow Belly Brewery and Public House, and it's one of the oldest buildings in North America. It is some of it. The room actually we're in here right now dates back to 1725. And it's a microbrewery and restaurant.
This is your beer too?
This is our beer, absolutely.
What are we drinking?
We're drinking the Yellow Belly Pale Ale and our Wexford Wheat Ale.
That's good, that's good. Basically, you did, well, how we found you is that this is all part of the George Street thing going on. We didn't even know what was going on. What's going on?
George Street Festival. Well, George Street Festival takes place every year. It's the last weekend in July. And it is 6 days of partying on George Street, basically. And of course, not that there's not a party every night on George Street, but during the George Street Festival, we actually shut the whole street down, and you can meander around from bar to bar with your beer. And basically we say one cover, 22 bars, and you know, it's like a little mini Bourbon Street, is what we like to say. Bourbon Street of the North.
Oh, that was a good time in St. John's last night, and maybe it's a good thing we're going to Terra Nova National Park today. But there's one more place I want to try out first. So, your name's Nicole, right?
Yes.
And where are we?
We are at Kitty Bitty Brewery, right here in Kitty Bitty Village in St. John's, Newfoundland.
And you make beer?
We make lots of beer.
I was told that you had lots of great beers, but one that was made from iceberg water.
Yes, for sure. So this one right here, our iceberg beer, is made from all iceberg water. We have an iceberg harvester, goes out and gets our water for us. And
What? Someone just goes down and gets the iceberg water?
yeah, he finds out where the icebergs
You chip
are.
it off, or?
No, he has a big claw on the side of his ship. He can collect up to 1,000 liters in one grab. So he gets the little bergy bits, those bits that crack off from the iceberg and drift away. And as far as I know, he can also shoot the iceberg to make his own bergy bits to collect.
What do you mean, like, shoot it? Just...
So it's so compacted that it pretty much shatters like glass.
So he, like,
he
shoots it with a
shoots
gun?
it, yeah, with his rifle. And,
So basically, okay, so we're guaranteed that he shot this with a shotgun. Is it a shotgun? And he's made beer that's, what, 25,000 years old?
Yeah.
Not the beer, the water.
The water,
yeah.
So the water in this comes from the glaciers in Greenland, and you're getting the parts at the bottom of the glacier, the oldest ones that crack off and form our icebergs.
So this is the iceberg beer, right?
This is the iceberg.
Different color than everybody else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Quite a bit lighter.
Yeah.
Lots of flavor though.
That's different. Yeah, that is. I can taste the sea. That is a different beer.
It is.
Well, cheers. St. John's definitely has an addictive quality to it. But it's the wild parts of Newfoundland that I'm here for, and Terra Nova National Park is the perfect place to be. This is exciting. I am here. I'm at Terra Nova National Park, ready to go kayaking. St. John's was fantastic. I had a good time. Man, it is nice to be out in the woods, right? So my guide, Grant here, he's going to show me how to kayak. I canoe a lot. I canoe everywhere. Kayaking, maybe not. So Grant says he's going to show me how not to flip in the cold ocean, right?
We'll see what happens. The wharf is actually right here. So what we're probably going to do is to avoid the boat traffic, because as you can see there's a lot of boating traffic coming out. It's cod season and whatnot. We're going to try to cut across early on, maybe to this point. A little bit across there.
Okay.
Then we're going to just kind of skirt up along the coastline. We're going to hit this point here. There's a neat little tickle.
Called it a tickle.
Hey, whatever you want to call it, right? We're just going to stick along the coastline here, and we'll make our way to Mentioned Cove. And that's where you guys will be spending the first night there.
Great.
Should be calm, hopefully. You never know in Newfoundland.
Should be calm,
yeah.
Hopefully, you never know.
The most important
that's not
thing,
a true
well,
sentence.
Hey, hey, we're in Newfoundland here.
Taking it easy the first day. We're relaxing. We only paddled again a short distance, made camp early, got a dinner going. The first night, I love the first night of a trip because really there's a few things happening. One is that you're not used to being out here yet, right? So you got a good meal going. You got ribeye steak, you got mashed potatoes, you got some salad, you got some wine happening, and then the phobic stuff is sort of happening, but you're trying to deal with it. Like for example, there's bear poop behind my tent. I just found it. That's bear poop. Very fresh and large bear poop. But I'll be fine. I'm just all excited. The idea of actually going to Newfoundland and Labrador, and the idea of actually kayaking the ocean, it's always been a dream of mine, to be quite honest. And first day, good meal. I love it out here. So, Ralph, you walked into camp last night. That was a surprise. Where'd you come from?
I came in from the campground originally, but I am from Terra Nova Scotia. I've been on the island for a week now, so I've been hiking around the island a little bit.
So you just solo hiked, what was it, like 16 kilometers?
It's about 11 and a half, I guess.
So why? Why'd you do it?
I just like to do the hiking. I like the hiking part of the camping, and the solitude of being out in the wilderness. Even on my own, it doesn't matter. So.
Oh, good. And you're from Nova Scotia, and you came to Newfoundland, and you've never been here before?
I've never been here before, no.
What was the major draw for you?
I would say mostly because I've never been here before. It's like the mountain, I climb the mountain because I've never done it. So yeah, I've never been here, and I just wanted to spend some time on the island and see what there was to see.
So why alone?
Mostly because my friends will not come along.
Oh, that's good. It was neat to see it last night. It was just getting dark, and you came out of the bush. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a person in the woods.
I was happy to see you guys because you had a fire on. I was a little wet. I'm like, oh yes, okay, so I can, at least I don't have to try to start a fire in the rain.
All right, so I'm wearing, was it a chicken suit?
Well, what you have there is a wetsuit, and as you can see, it's a lovely day in Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Temperature's a little colder today. The water temperature is going to be a lot colder where we're going. We're heading out in the open ocean now. We're leaving the shelter behind. Could see some waves.
Well, you had a dry suit on.
Yeah,
This is a wetsuit.
Yeah,
What's the
wetsuit.
difference?
That'll actually keep you, by rights, it'll keep you warmer if you're in the water.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And we don't have 2 dry suits.
So basically you're lying at first. This will keep you warmer than this.
This will keep you dry. That'll keep you warmer when you're in the water.
Okay. I'm not going in the water.
But that's all right. Don't worry about it. We'll make sure we do everything to keep you out of the water.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Not sure if it goes this way.
No, that's the sleeve. All right.
Am I looking sexy? The idea of being squeezed into a kayak with only a thin layer of neoprene to keep you warm from the deadly cold water, well, it really made me second guess my mode of travel on this trip. But it didn't take long to get the hang of it. And I quickly realized the kayak is made for these waters. Of course, the local guide tagging along for the first half of the trip helped my anxiety. Grant showed me the ropes and took me to some incredible spots along the coast. By the time he left, I was feeling pretty confident about paddling around out here. I absolutely loved it. The weather changed. That's what happens in Newfoundland. And it changed for the worse.